Hi y'all, Devil Lily here. All right, so I'm trying this. I got this with a promo code. I got 9 free meals to try from HelloFresh. I don't usually buy meal kits. This is my first time because I usually go to the grocery store, but I figured maybe just for the convenience, I'll try it once. They send you a discount plan, and this is basically what you would get for a one-night meal plan for 2 people. The convenience fee is kind of a bit much because it's not a lot of food for the amount of price that you'd be normally paying. But here's an onion, and it does come with fresh things, some cilantro, and inside says zucchini. And we also have a bunch of potatoes, and we have lemons. And it comes with its own chicken demi-glace. I guess this is for the pork tenderloin. So this is some sort of sauce. Reduced white wine, vegetable juices, maltodextrin, sugar stock, sugar, chicken stock, natural flavor, salt, butter, yeast extract, and chicken fat. Contains milk and sulfites. Yeah, maybe some MSG is in here, given that there's yeast extract and there's sulfites as well. So that's coming from the wine. All right, so this was everything from our box here that we got, and I'm of course providing my own olive oil. And this is the directions. So you're going to start your oven at 450, wash and dry all the produce. It tells you basically how to dice, salt, and pepper your potatoes, and how to prep your squash and roast and sear your pork, and then transfer your pork and veggies. And then you're gonna melt butter and put that demi-glace in there with garlic and season with pepper and the lemon juice. And then you're going to put the potatoes and vegetables together and creatively slice the pork and put the demi-glace over the top of that. So it kind of just gives you step-by-step instructions here of how to make this meal right here. So I guess maybe if you're someone who doesn't know how to cook, or if you need recipe cards, this would be great. But there is a very, like I said, large convenience fee for that. So these are the potatoes that they made for us and had put into the HelloFresh pack. It's not a full bag of potatoes. It's maybe like about $1 or $2 worth of potatoes. So like I said, pretty much it really is just 2 servings. So I put and jazzed up the potatoes a little bit more. I put basically rosemary, garlic, olive oil, paprika, salt and pepper over them to jazz them up a little bit more. And so yeah, you have to ignore the toy pile in my backyard. I mean, it looks like Santa Claus like constantly lives here. That's like the elves. It's like the elves' messy workshop. So yeah, I've got that huge toy pile. But yeah, those are potatoes. We'll put them into the oven as directed and see how this turns out. I am thinking that with just salt and pepper, it might have not been flavored enough. This would have been really good. I'm thinking right now the applicabilities of this. This would have been really good like when I was learning to cook when I was a teen, and I would need to be home by myself and I could not get access to food, so I would experiment in the kitchen making lemon chicken. This would have been great then to send to a teen or someone who just doesn't have cooking skills yet. So you know, where their cooking skills are just like budding off, and this would have been great for them. So but this still, I mean, it beats going to fast food, and if you need your meal also delivered and the convenience thereof, it's got that for you as well. So there's, you know, push and shove, positives and minuses there with it, and I think it's more of a positive than a negative. One thing I can attest for is that the produce has been really fresh. Like this is the onion I'm currently cutting. It's a really fresh onion. It looks nice, you know. The produce is nice. It's coming with this box, so that's a positive. If you're making this and it says, you know, like the onion to chop it all up, and they give you like this whole onion, right? And that much zucchini. I wouldn't want to ratio like the whole onion inside with that zucchini, because that would just be, whoa, onion, like way too damn much onion. So, okay, so I would just sprinkle some onion on here. I would not want to use that much because red onion is a really strong onion. So that's a professional, you know, tip here, not to use that much onion. So of course there we have that. Save the rest of the onion, put it into an onion storage container. It's a good onion that they give you. I mean, sandwiches, tuna fish sandwich, that's why we've got to make with it tomorrow. Use it tomorrow, but do not use a whole onion in this kit. So they gave us a whole lemon here, okay? And the instructions say that they just want us to use a squeeze of lemon inside with the demi-glaze. So that would just be like a little like blip of this lemon. So you have this whole lemon cut open and you think, how else can I incorporate this lemon with the dish? So if you are definitely cooking this dish, I'd be using this lemon into other areas of the dish. For instance, it would be good on the vegetables and it could be good on the pork as well to squeeze the lemon onto. So we are searing the pork tenderloin that came in the HelloFresh kit. Is 12 ounces of pork tenderloin, not even a pound of meat. Like I said, think of the convenience fee here. I guess you are getting groceries delivered to your house. You are getting a recipe card on how to make the thing, you know, how to make the recipes. I'm just going to squeeze some of this lemon and get it into here since we only need a squeeze of it for the demi-glaze. Get lemon seeds in there. You can just pluck them out. Does not even matter. Put them on the side. You just brush them off. When life gives you lemons, you squeeze them. You squeeze them, bitch. All right. So there you have it. That is searing our pork right there. And take our tongs. We'll flip it. We're going to put this seared pork into that baking tray and bake it together, you know, the vegetables and everything. See? Lemon seeds, just take it off there. No biggie. Yep, pork. Pork's cooking nicely. Very nice. So our pork is searing up very nice, very sizzly. Nice pork there. I usually don't like pork, but it's that's one of the main predominant meat choices in these HelloFresh kits. So I'm going to take that out. We're going to put in vegetables. We're going to see how it goes. As I was saying, pork is a predominant choice in the meal choices. What you do is you go between 3 meals. And it gives you 3 options to choose from a week. So you pick your 3 meals, and next week you pick your 3, and you can do it like up to a month in advance. And you get like maybe about 15 or so selections. And there's some premium selections that are also upcharge you on them. And those are the gourmet meals. So these are just the regular meals. The pork is kind of comes with a lot of these choices. So there's not too much beef actually. It's mainly pork, chicken, and vegetarian. I have seen fish limitedly throughout the selections, and there's also some Italian and like I said, vegetarian more themed dishes as well. So there is a range, but the gourmet dishes tend to be more beef orientated from what I've seen. So pork is what you got to go with this. Then I guess you got to go with it. So we have our pork searing and cooking up over there, and we're going to put it all together with vegetables here and with potatoes. So it's pretty simple and easy to use, but we're going to see how it tastes and taste at the end. And then I'm going to tell you if it's worth it or not and kind of like some of my thoughts on it. So here's our pork and vegetables, very similar to what is pictured right there. It is seared all over, and we are going to put it into the oven. It's a very colorful dish, as you can see. And what I did was I took that oil that was already frying in when we were searing it and poured it back over the pork. So that oil will keep it juicy throughout. So all right, let's go ahead and put this in there with the potatoes. All right, so I'm squeezing. It's pooping. Took a huge poop. All right, so we pooped our chicken sauce into here, and that's kind of like what the demi-glaze looks like. You're gonna add a little bit of butter and water to it. Kind of a neat sauce thing, okay? So anyways, this is supposed to go over the pork, and that's how it's supposed to roll. So let's continue making this. All right, so this is the meal right here. It is cooked. Hold on, I'm gonna flip it around and actually give you like a really good view of it. All right, so there it is. It's kind of actually really pretty. We'll take a picture of it, all pretty and present it. I didn't really want the sauce on mine. I don't like the thought of yeast extract, but the sauce will be on the other portion. So that's about one portion of this food for dinner. It actually presents really well. So my thoughts on the HelloFresh boxes. They're expensive. It is expensive food. Taste-wise, it is okay because it's just vegetables and you add in like your own olive oil and seasonings. I don't really like onions, so having the red onion in there is a little rough for me. The quality of the food is, like I said, pretty good. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think it's organic though. I don't know if you want it organic, it doesn't matter. As far as the cooking instructions, HelloFresh provided some really good directions for people who might not know what they're doing to cook. And I think that's great if you want to try to make your at-home meals. It's good for maybe like a young cook or someone who doesn't know how to cook that well. Or maybe if you're just really busy and, you know, and it gives you like a simple, easy, you know, meal plan there. The expense and convenience, you have to weigh that. Do you want to pay more for something you can go to Safeways or Publix or whatever your local grocery store is and get for maybe about half the cost and cook yourself? Do you want to pay more? And you would get more portion wise as well, like say like need to serve like 3 or 4 people versus 2, so you'd get more bang for your buck if you went to a store and bought this as opposed to having it home delivered. You could also select your quality of vegetables and meat a little bit differently. So, but once again, that's a convenience fee that you're getting from HelloFresh. And if you can't particularly get out to the grocery store every night, say you work or you're busy or you're a new mom or you're disabled in some way, or say you don't have a vehicle for a certain amount of time, or you live in a big city where getting around might be more difficult to navigate for whatever reason, and that HelloFresh could be a very good feasible solution for you. So I think on the flip side of it, you have cost, and on the other flip side of it, you've got the convenience there. And it is a very fresh grocery. As I said, the quality was very good, very nice. I was impressed with that. So I do think that if you have trouble doing that, or maybe trouble creating a meal plan, or you have limited cooking experience and need some help with some ideas on how to cook and some instructions, that HelloFresh is a great way to go. It's a good way to go for new parents or for busy working people. So I just think it's a good way to go. It beats ordering from DoorDash. It beats ordering from a drive-through. It beats eating something very processed and unhealthy in a can, or something frozen that you would microwave, you know, and pop that. You actually get something that's more healthier and more beneficial nutritionally for your body. So on that being said, I would recommend HelloFresh, and I recommend this product and this service as someone who likes to cook, as someone who has over 100 cooking videos. I have had 2 cooking shows aired on the West Coast on TV. So as someone who cooks and cooks professionally and has done so on TV, I will tell you right now that this is actually a really good product. It's a good service. The charges a little bit high, a little bit up there, and I think a service like this, and this might be debatable, but I think a service like this ought to be covered by EBT. for working parents and for people who need to cook healthier. And I think that would help mitigate some of the obesity epidemic that we have going on in this country, if people had access to fresh food instead of fast food and processed food. And I think that HelloFresh should be covered by EBT. I do believe that food delivery services, fresh grocery delivery services like this, ought to be covered by EBT. And I think that there was some type of proposal or amendment about that going on a few years back. So I don't know where that stands right now, if you have EBT, if this is covered or not. So that would be great to see this covered by EBT, because I think that there's a lot of families out there who could use this. So I do think that it's good service, and I would recommend it. So thank you again. There's going to be a link below that you can click on to subscribe to this HelloFresh, and if you want to subscribe to it, go ahead and try it out. And until then, bon appetit. It's meat. It tastes good. It's good quality pork tenderloin. Like I said, I'm not a good fan of pork, but it's pork. So until next time.